Hello everyone, it's Kayla, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you all. I know I've been absent from YouTube for a while, and there is a good reason. I recently acquired a new job. It's one of my dream jobs. I'm very excited about it. I'm actually going to film an update video regarding that after I'm done with this video, but my last job was actually at a call center, and sometimes when we would have downtime, I would find myself doodling and things like that. So when I left there last week, I had a folder of all of the stuff that I've done in my 2 years that I worked there. So since I wanted to do more art videos with you all, I thought I'd share what I've done over the last 2 years. This is my second time filming an art related video, so bear with me. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I bite my nails, and I've been biting them since the womb, so disregard my ugly fingernails in this video. But let's just jump right in here. This is a random item doodle. I actually saw one of the YouTubers that I follow, she did this. Basically, you find a random item generator online, and then you just, draw whatever pops up. And she did a rainbow effect, and that's what I was going for here. Some of the items aren't very good, obviously, but I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. I mean, I, of course, had to incorporate a bookshelf here, and yeah, my hourglass leaves a lot to be desired, but overall I really like how this turned out, and I really like the rainbow effect. So yeah, I called this my random item doodle. I don't know what else to call it. I'll leave a link below to the YouTuber that I follow's video. I can't think of her name right now. I apologize, but she definitely gets credit for this idea. And here we just have a random doodle, Zentangle, whatever you want to call it. I use Micron pens for this. This is just a free doodle, and I don't really know what to call them besides doodling, because that's what it is basically to me. It's very meditative, like it's very relaxing. I highly suggest doing it if you don't do it. It's a great way to unwind or pass the time. For example, this probably took like 2 or 3 hours, like it takes a while. It's great to do when you're listening to audiobooks too. This one right here was actually inspired by my channel name. You can hardly see it, but it says Book-a-Doodles, and this was back when I used 3 O's in my username. Big mistake, guys. I'm pretty sure I did this one with Sharpie. But yeah, this is another Zentangle doodle, whatever you want to call it. Right around when Mockingjay came out, I made this. It's just very haunting. It's a hanging tree quote art from the song that, Katniss sings in Mockingjay Part 1. I really liked how this turned out, actually. I might actually put it on my wall. The only thing that I don't like is how the letters are so crowded here. If I redid this, I planned that out a lot better. But overall, I love the tree effect and the haunting look of it, so yeah. This is probably one of my favorite things that I did. I never Zentangled or doodled before with color before this one, and it just opened my eyes up so much to how beautiful these things can be. To me, I look at this and I think music notes for some reason. It just makes me like want to get up and dance. It just makes me so happy to do these drawings and stuff, and yeah. This particular drawing was actually done with jelly roll pens. It's a type of gel pen. I was going for a dragonfly effect with this one, but I realized if I tried to create the wings, it would go off paper, and I didn't want to ruin the effect that was there, so I never had the guts to finish this one. However, I love the way this was turning out. This was also right after I got my first circle stencil or circle template, so I was really playing around with that. And then, of course, I had to draw something from Beauty and the Beast because of all the Beauty and the Beast hype. Hello, I'm so excited for that movie. Oh my god, not only is Emma Watson playing Belle, but Dan Stevens, guys. Dan Stevens, Matthew Crawley from Downton Abbey. Oh, the feels. But yes, this is my Mrs. Potts. I'm not really happy with how her nose is, but other than that, I thought it turned out pretty good. And these were just some heart designs. I don't know what I was going for here, but, just random hearts. And once again, I was going crazy with my circle stencil, and I never finished this one, but I hope to someday. I think this piece finish would be awesome. I love the stencil that I got. It's just basically a sheet with circles cut out of it, but hello, it makes perfect circles, so it's very tempting to just draw circles and mandalas and things like that, so. And I think for this I used Staedtler Pigment liners, I'm pretty sure. They're a little more pricey than the regular Microns that I normally use, but I splurged the one day and I was like, I really want to try these, and they're so smooth, guys. They draw so smoothly, and sometimes you just gotta treat yourself, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is really terrible. This is so bad, but I was really into Game of Thrones again this summer. If you can't tell based on my social media. I really wanted to draw some Rhaegar, Lyanna fan art from Game of Thrones, and I've always pictured Rhaegar as Chris Hemsworth, so I googled Thor, and then I drew Lyanna with like a crown of snowflakes, and it's just so bad. Like, look at his face. It is terrible. Like, what? Terrible. I mean, if you take his face away, it's actually okay, sort of, but no. Like, can we just erase his face? It's bad. It's just so bad. And her, I don't know what's going on with the hair. This is word art. It's a quote from Almost There from The Princess and the Frog, one of my favorite Disney movies. It has such a great message. It's about how you don't get the fairy tale unless you work really hard, and you work really hard for what you want. And the quote says, "I remember Daddy told me fairy tales can't come true, but you gotta make them happen. It all depends on you." And then I drew some fireflies because of the bayou, and then I drew Naveen and Tiana down here. They look so cute. I love how this turned out. I actually want to like frame this and put it on my wall. So then when I was obsessed with Game of Thrones over the summer again, the Starks are doing pretty good these days, so I thought I would do something to honor them and their household. So I created this direwolf with word art, and all the words inside of the direwolf relate to the North. You know, you have Stark and you have Winterfell, you have all the kids. I decided to put Jon in white letters because, you know, he's the bastard, and then his direwolf ghost is the white wolf. And just different things like that. I love how this turned out. And then probably one of my favorite things I did, I follow Sea Lemon on YouTube, and in April she ran a daily doodle challenge, and each day had a prompt. I'll just go through it really quickly. It went from unicorn, houndstooth, which I had to look up the pattern. This pattern is called houndstooth, and then clouds, and then it says fish, so I drew a bubble guppy. My little brother used to love bubble guppies, and I just thought Nani from Bubble Guppies was the cutest character ever. Look at him. Just look at him. And then here you had to draw a feather, so I drew kind of like a peacock, and here an eye. I don't really like how that one turned out, but you know, it works. And then nature, and then my favorite emoji, because I use it all the time with my sister. Every time we like die laughing in text messages, this is what we use. And then pizza, a planet, fruit. You had to draw fuzzy, so I drew, of course, Judy Hopps from Zootopia, which I absolutely loved when I saw it in theaters. Here's a ribbon. It kind of looks like the Slytherin logo, kind of. I wasn't going for that, but that's pretty cool. This is three-dimensional, diamond, candy. I drew some M&Ms. It said to draw an arrow here, so I drew the Mockingjay symbol. An animal, I drew a tiger because I had just seen the Jungle Book. Really good movie, by the way. Here I drew liquid. Of course, I had to draw the water tribe symbol from Avatar. I mean, did you expect anything else for liquid? Let's be real here. And then here I had to draw pixel, so I drew something from Mario. And here I had to draw fractal. I googled it and found this pattern, so that's what I used. Here I drew petals, which I'm not really happy with that, but it works overall. And here you had to draw circles, so I drew some bubbles. And here you had to do lace, so I looked up some lace patterns or how to draw lace and went with it. And star for hand, I actually drew the hamburger helper symbol. Guys, I love hamburger helper, no shame, no shame. And here you had to draw shadows, so I did a skyline, which I actually really like how this turned out. Here, zigzag, I did the Deathly Hollow symbol, if you can see that. And morning, obviously, drew morning. And typography, I ended with a K for Kayla, of course. And I just love how this turned out. Like, it's one of my favorite things I've ever done. And Sea Lemon on her channel has actually been running more daily doodle challenges, so I'm definitely going to be participating again. And I will definitely show that in a video. And here's the last thing I wanted to show you. It's basically just a pattern repeating itself over and over again. I know it looks really complicated, but it's not. Anyone can do it. I apologize if the camera has ever been off in this video. I just realized it's kind of wiggling sometimes. Oopsies. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Let me know below in the comments what your favorite piece was. Let me know below if you have any suggestions for future art videos. I apologize for not having any bookish videos lately. Like I said, I've been going through a job transition. You'll find more out about that in a future video, which is coming next week probably. So yeah, I hope you're all doing wonderful, and I will see you all soon with another video. Bye!